Love is superior, but fear has better marketing and distribution. That's from Lorraine. Doesn't it sound like her? But when you think about it, it really is true. So you may recognize the shape of her head as being in Egypt. They had these big, large heads that bowl out in the back, because all of the royalty, or whatever you want to call them, back then, the pharaohs and whatnot, they were the Arcturians that came to the planet. And what she was saying is the purest and simplest way of helping us to understand there is nobody that you've ever looked at or heard that isn't a part of you. We can say that we don't identify with them because we don't identify with that part of ourself. If it hurts, if it's beautiful, whatever it is, if we are willing to look at everybody and come to a place where we accept the fact that there I am, the person who is sick, the person who is strong, the person who is little, the person who's huge. They're all us. The ones that are brilliant, the ones that are not so cognizant. They're all us. And as we love, when we look out at them, as we love them and not judge them, as we accept them for just the way they are, it's for our blessing. It is for us to become whole again. It's for us to let go of the fragments, embrace all of it back in, so that we can become who we really are, the love and light of God. We are emissaries. We've traveled far and wide. We learned so much in all these different incarnations we've taken on. The holographic universe is set up so that we can see ourselves everywhere. Everything is like a mirror around us. It keeps shifting and changing. Nothing is solid. It's all energy moving. We are getting the greatest gift right now because we're awake enough to recognize this, to embrace it, to know that this entire setup that we came into here, and on other planes as well, was for our benefit, so that we can simply lift everything up with us, this divine light that we are. These creators that he was talking about in the beginning, we are creating constantly from our thoughts and our words. Even our actions create, because it, depending on the intent behind it, is either positive or bringing a miscreation into the world. The world is filled with miscreations right now. You are watching it playing out. But it's got to come out into the light so that it can be healed. But if we keep judging it and saying it's bad and just keep getting scared and getting caught into the drama of what you're seeing, it isn't doing the job that we came to do. We came to hold the light in the face of adversity, no matter what it is. Fearless, completely fearless. And if we are afraid, to release that fear. Archangel Michael in the beginning was saying that's our worst enemy, our fear. Soon as you're afraid, everything starts tumbling down, spiraling down. Our focus is gone. Our connection to our higher self is diminished. the level of light coming through us, we tense up and it stops, or it's very dim. That's not what you want to do. The holographic universe is allowing us to see everything. It's like a mirror of everything that's going on inside and out. The people that we have contracts with are coming into our life left and right. It doesn't matter where we bump into them. They're there to show us ourself, an aspect of ourself. Some days, all I see is beautiful young people. And I say to myself, wow, that's me too. And other days I'm seeing people all overweight and really, really overweight. And I go, oh no, there I am too. And then I see people that are very strong, athletic, and, going out there and jogging. And I say to myself, okay, I used to do that, but that's me too. You see, they're all us. We don't see them for nothing. We see them to help us to recognize and love every aspect of ourselves. Do you love yourself? Do you really, really love yourself? Do you honor yourself? How do we know if we are? Watch how people treat you. If people aren't treating you in the way that you feel that you deserve, then correct it inside you so that it will be reflecting in your outer world. The outer world doesn't do anything that's not going to help us in our journey back to our potential. And P.S., don't worry about remembering who you are. It comes very, very naturally as you open yourself up, clean yourself out, start absolutely loving yourself. And I mean really, really respecting yourself. It isn't that of what age you are or what condition you're in physically or what you do every day. Don't judge anything. Stop judging. Even little things that you don't think's a big deal. Even when you look at nature outside, if it looks all in disarray, don't judge it. Help it. Do what you can to make it pretty. Do you have to rake a little bit? Do you have to go in and maybe put some mulch down? Do your part as stewards of the planet. We're the top of the food chain. We're here to be stewards for everything on the lower part of the chain. To love it is the main thing. To love everything in front of you. If it doesn't look like something you can love, bless it so that you can lift it up. This is being a master. It isn't rocket science. Just come from a place of love with everything. The holographic universe, which includes all the planets and everything and everyone living within this universe, is getting to see everything in 3D, able to see everything in movement, in colors, in frequencies. Your gut will tell you if something is a low frequency. Even if somebody says something and you don't get that confirmation, that tingling feeling, or where you just feel this chill like, that's confirmation. If you don't get that, just breathe. Don't have to judge anything, but that's discernment. Okay, now I know it's not confirmed for me. That isn't a truth that I already know. It doesn't mean it's not a truth. It's just not mine. And I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to bring it in. You see? Always be very careful to follow your feelings. It will tell the tale. of everything in this holographic picture that you're seeing around you. The big thing that we all need to remember is that the outer life only changes when inside we're not carrying the same patterns anymore. Or the good stuff is a good pattern and you know you're getting somewhere. Watch how people respond or react to you. Use your extrasensory system by feeling, just keeping your feelings so you can develop the clairsentience, the knowing. Women tend to have a lot of that just naturally. But I do know men that have very sensitive systems and they do have that knowing. It's a beautiful thing in all people. It all develops on its own. See, you don't have to do practices and all this stuff to become spiritual. You are spiritual. It's the humanness that we're working on. That's what we need to work on, to take that humanness and lift it up in frequency to our divine potential. So many people are trying so hard to get there. But like Archangel Michael said, we just left that all behind for a very important reason, our divinity. It's still there, but we left it behind so that we can concentrate on what we came to do. You see? And to feel a life, not think a life, but feel it. And move through life in your feelings so that you know exactly where you stand every moment. Somebody comes up and starts talking to you. What do you feel when they're there? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel curious? Do you feel attracted? All these things are feelings. Pay attention to it. You might be with an angel. You might be with somebody you already know. Everything is potential in life. Just go with it. Be willing to meet new people. Be willing to look at yourself. Loving yourself is the greatest gift you can give yourself. Honestly. Who could love you like you could? If we just stop judging ourselves. I wish I was like her. I wish I said that. I wish I could do that. Well, you can. You can. Look at them and say, there I am. Yes, there I am. And then other people that are maybe a little irritating or not quite on the same page, you're not going to go, there I am, in a happy voice, but there I am. There's a part of me that's still sleeping. There's a part of me that still doesn't get it. There's a part of me that doesn't see with the eyes of love. They're helping us, not hurting us. We hurt ourselves with our judgments, with our lack of love for ourselves. As you love yourself more and open up that sacred heart of yours, you are able to feel the love from others in a way that you haven't yet. You see, because most of us are trying to protect ourselves from all the dangers out there. Well, let me tell you a secret. It's not out there. It's in there. So when you wrap yourself in light and try to protect yourself from the world, it's already in here. All we got to do is clean that up, clear it out, and our world will reflect where we're at. You deserve this. You've worked a long, long time. You've helped so many people just being you. just going out there and doing what you do. Your heart precedes you. Believe that. Your light as people walk through your field, wherever you are, is helping others, even if it just brings them up a fraction of an increment. You're helping them. Your smile, for nothing, just say hi and have a nice smile on your face. You can't imagine how contagious that is. It can change a person's day. Most people are walking around very serious faces because they're looking out at the world and saying, what the heck? It's really scary out there. It looks scary, but is it affecting you directly? Are you seeing and experiencing right in front of you what you hear on the news? I would say most of you are feeling very safe. Your world is still turning as it normally does. If you're called on assignment to step out to help others, don't take on their stuff. It's theirs. But help them. Help them by loving them, sending them light. If they ask a question, answer it simply. Feel your way out to see how much you can tell them. You don't want to slam bang them because you'll put them right back to sleep. Each one of you have a whole following that's waiting for you to reach your potential. And the holographic universe is set up to do just that. We have everything we need to get there. Ask for time. Those of you that feel you don't have enough time on your hands to do some inner work or to sit in the silence and allow the downloads of information to be given, to connect with your higher self. I don't spend hours and hours and hours of my day. I start my day out and I end my day in prayer. And during the day, I ask for help on anything and everything I do. It makes it go smooth. It makes it go right. I can get a stack done in no time at all. But if I don't ask for help, that stack does not move. I know there's people here that can contest to that. Use the resources that are available to you. Everything is all around you, waiting to step forward and help you. Don't think for a second that they're too busy or it's too menial for them to look at. If you need help, you'll get it. There's things as we're aging that are becoming difficult for us. And things that we could do in 3.5 before, we're not really capable of doing it so quickly. So when we ask for help, even with the issues that we were dealing with physically, we can still get it done because we have the help that we need. The other day, there was all this stuff around. I said, that's it. I've got to clean it up. And it just was overwhelming. I really felt overwhelmed. I had laundry piled up, all this stuff. And I asked for help. I just sat there quietly and asked for help. And honest to God, it was like 10 hands helped me. It was all done in a matter of a couple of hours. And I went, okay, that was easy. Try it. Try it at work. Try it at play. Try it with your family or when you have guests over. Those of you with these big hearts that do everything yourself, ask for help from physical people. They want to help you, but they don't want to be in the way for all us big, capable people that want to do it our way. Give them the opportunity to be in service as well. They do love you, and they want to help you. This universe is so magnificent and supports us at all times. But remember, what you think, say, and do with the intention that you set behind it is going to come back to you the way you sent it out. So be very cognizant of your actions. Live very consciously. Know the motives of why you do things. It isn't always the reason you're actually doing it. And be honest with yourself. I'm doing it because I need this. I need this more than they do. They may not even need it, but I do. And that's why I'm doing it. That's not helpful. Not for them, but it does please you. And as long as everybody's on the same page, that's fine. The greatest act of kindness is to love quietly and respectfully. Give everyone breathing room. Let everybody know I'm here if you need me. And they will call on you. They will. So the holographic universe is serving us to see everything. It bounces right back to us. Now, there was a time when it didn't bounce right back. And years later, it would come back to us. And it's like a blow out of the, out of the past. You don't even see it coming. And you can't imagine how this could happen to me. But it was our own thoughts or actions or words that come back to us. Why? It's not a punishment. It's for us to recognize what we put out there, the miscreations, so that we can clean it up, take responsibility for it, do the right thing. It's been really tough because the pressure is on us. Our higher selves know we have got to get moving. And a lot of things are happening to really pressure people into doing what they need to do inside. If you feel overwhelmed, try to cut back on what you're doing out there so that you can give yourself the time to go inside. The universe is there for you. The masters are there for you. Everybody will help you, but they're not going to do it for you. We need the universe to show us everything. So thank God it's holographic. If it wasn't, think of how much more difficult it would be for us to try to get through this. And if we didn't have our own stuff come back to us, and I mean even the good stuff, so that we can have an uplift, we need that as well. But if it didn't make full circle and come back, because everything's in a circle here, everything is circular. All energy moves in circles. And if it didn't come back to us, would we ever learn from our behaviors? We wouldn't. It would take like forever. We're very, very fortunate. And a lot of us are responsible for creating this magnificent matrix. Other people find it to be the enemy. They don't like having to face themselves, or they just don't have the understanding of why it was set up this way. We are truly blessed, but we need to find a little more smiles in our day. Find things to smile about. Watch an animal play. Watch a plant do its beauty as it opens up. Go outside and feel the wind. It doesn't need anybody telling it what to do. It just knows what to do. The trees grow. Everything does what it does. We need to get back in touch with that. It's very soothing for your soul. I would imagine all of us are starting to find that our diets are changing, our needs for certain foods and letting go of certain foods. That's conscious living. We're aware what our body really needs for nutrition. That doesn't mean you can never have a treat. Not at all. We all do that. But on your daily basis as your mainstream food, it is going to change dramatically. Even your taste buds, what you really loved before is not necessarily going to taste good anymore. We're going to be talking a lot about that in the days to come. But right now, the masters want you on the job. They want you to understand how you get to where you want to go. It's not about concentrating on how to become spiritual. It's about getting out what's not. That's really it. And then everything is on automatic. It just starts happening. Everything you ever wanted to know will be coming back to you. And everything that you were and would like to return to is going to happen. Life gets very easy. Time is not an issue. Whatever time you need is given. If you are normally worried all the time and can't get to where you're supposed to be, eventually what happens is your higher self takes over and at the perfect moment reminds you, you have an appointment. Oh my God. And you have just enough time to shower, get in your clothes and go. These are the miracles that happen when we start living on the straight and narrow path. Everything Jesus talked about, it had nothing to do with religion. It had everything to do with the way back home, the way to becoming your potential. You all can do it. You all are doing it. Keep the faith that you're moving forward. If you feel stuck, ask your higher self, what is it that I'm not getting? What is it that I need to see? And I promise you, you will get the answers. It's not like somebody's going to be saying, okay, this is how it is. This is what you got to do. It isn't like that, but you'll have circumstances coming to you. And maybe it'll be something you're struggling with and you go, oh, that's what it is. Because that just happened 3 times to me over the week. I get it. I always said I was a slow learner, but boy, when I learned it, it was for real. Yep, right to the depths of my soul. Just ask and you shall receive. Knock, and I promise you the door will open. Just keep going. Enjoy this beautiful universe that we have supporting us. And if we get grandiose ideas, it's wonderful to dream. Keep your imagination open. But remember, trust that the timing has to be right for whatever it is that you're planning. And the universe will push you forward like a rocket when the time is right. And on that note, I'm going to rest. So you beautiful beings of light, I hope that you find the joy in your journey as you look out into your world and see the places that have healed so nicely. See how people are responding to you now As Janice said, it's a new me. We're all different than we were back when. The people that knew us all our life and still do, they look at us and they go, there's something about you. There's something different. And it's true. You're not the same person. And they know it. And how you know it is how they're looking at you. How people respond to your voice, even if you're on the phone, they respond to you differently. As you accept that you are this divine being, and I mean on every level of your being, once you accept it, your higher self can work with you in a way that it couldn't before, because you have to believe. Believe like a child. Come to me as a child, not childish. Come as a child, innocent, full of wonder. Trust. Trust starts with trusting ourselves. I never trusted myself. I had a big trust issue because of how I was raised. Nobody told me the truth. Nobody recognized who I was in any way or form. But I came through it. It is remarkable what you can do when you set your mind to it. With everything you do, with everything that you say, move it through your heart. Take pause before you say anything. And you will see what comes out of your mouth is not what you originally thought. It is really something to witness. And you say to yourself, that was much better than what I was thinking. And it didn't even hurt anybody, but I said what I needed to say, and they heard me. It's in the presentation with the intent behind it to do the right thing, to say the right thing. You see, you can say the harshest thing to somebody that you didn't want to have to say, but they needed to hear it. But if you say it with love and with the intention to help, they will receive it that way. They will. But if you feel guilty about what you're going to say, or you're not sure, or you're nervous or whatever, boy, it is going to backfire. And don't ever ask anybody, somebody else to do what you have not done inside yourself, because it will backfire like a truck in front of you. It's like, oh my God. You always reflect on yourself first before you go in for the kill to tell somebody else what they should be doing or how they should be doing it. I believe it was Mahatma Gandhi that said, seek, let's see, what did he say? What you wish to see in the world, do this first for yourself. Something like that. Do it first for you. And then when you go out in the world, you'll be received. You'll be received in a way that you hadn't before. The holographic universe will provide that opportunity. And they will see you in the true light that you are. This is how you know you're getting somewhere. It is so beautiful and blessed. No longer will you struggle to be liked, to be accepted by others, to be treated nicely, respectfully. First, we've got to do that for ourselves. And we've got to practice it with others. Otherwise, we get back just what we're handing out. darn it, it hurts. It burns. So, blessed ones, be the light in the world. Be who you are. And when you're not, take care of it. Take care of it inside you. Get rid of it. It doesn't belong to you. But the love and light, that belongs to you. And no one can take it away. Only you can. You can hide it. You can put it under a blanket, or you can shine it, set it on the light up on a stool so that everyone can see it. Don't be afraid of being the light. The darkness has no power over you, none. And the more you bring that light in, the more powerful you are. It is so stunning to witness somebody in that state. And even if they're fast asleep, they're going to feel you. They're going to feel you. They'll either run from you or they'll want to be with you because you are the light. They are too, but they don't recognize it yet. So the holographic universe is supporting you. Be very grateful that it's designed this way. Know that all your dreams will come true as long as the timing is right, as long as it won't hurt others, as long as it's not selfish. The universe will serve, and you will shine. Don't ever think of yourself in any other way, because it's not true. You're beautiful. So thank you very much for attending to the forum, for the videos that were very interesting. Please watch them again. Pick up off of the chat, the links so that you can see them again. Very powerful words. It's hard to take it all in once. Also, thank you for listening to the discourse, the questions. I need more questions, you guys. It helps me to bring more information in. I know sometimes you're not quite sure what to ask, but do the best you can. Okay, my dears, we're going to go into segment 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. We do actually have 2 comments that are put into the chat. Janice Cobb has "Be the change that you wish to see in the world," and Lauren has "You must be the change you wish to see in the world, Gandhi."
I knew it was something like that. But that is the truth. Don't wait for the world to change. You change, because that's the only place we have any power. And then the world around us changes too. That's the bonus.
Okay, everyone, segment 3. We will begin with the infinity breathing exercise, immediately followed by the guided meditation to bring you to a prepared state for you to have a personal spiritual experience. Afterwards, Barbara will ask if anyone wants to share their experience by raising their hand. Stories on tonight's topic or related to the topic will then be shared by participants, allowing 5 to 6 minutes for each story. I will call you by your name. First name.
So let's start with the breathing so we can really ground ourselves. We're going for a wonderful trip today, and we're going to be with a very divine being. Okay, we're actually going into the inner plains over the state of Wyoming in the Grand Tetons. Okay, and so that's where we're going to enter in when we finish with our breathing and we start on our path. So everybody kind of like really ground yourself with your feet on the floor, no laying down because you're going to fall asleep. And feel your toes really on the ground. All right. So you know the drill. We're going to bring the light up our right foot, up our leg, twirl it across your body, around your head, to your right shoulder, and cross your body again, breathing out as it goes out your left leg and foot. I'll count 14 times, and then we'll do the front and back. Ready, begin. I'm not going to say anything. You know how to do it. Really breathe deeply in and out. I just did 14 of them. Now see the light in front of you looping and across your waist and in the back. We're going to do this 4 times. Breathing in as you bring it to the front, looping around to the back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish the loop and the light seals around you, completely enclosing you in divine light. The Christ radiance hermetically seals you. Nothing but love can penetrate this seal. Now I want you to look in front of you and you see the path. We're going to go up that path and keep going up, moving right along. The breeze is on your face, blowing back your hair. It's cool. Feels so nice. Keep walking up the path. There's all clouds around us. They're white and fluffy. The air is so clean and clear. Starting to feel lighter, dropping the weight of our body. Continue up the path. In the distance, we see the rainbow doorway. It's sparkling, so beautiful. It draws us to it. This is the seal we have to go through to go into the inner planes. We've reached the doorway. Let's start going through and gather on the other side in a nice circle. There's 2 of you daydreaming. Come on, go through the doorway. So we're in a circle. And in the middle of that circle is standing Saint Germain. He's standing like a pillar of violet fire, but yet we can see him. He has invited us to his retreat in Wyoming. He wants us to follow him. We make a path for him to get out of the circle, and we follow him. The terrain is rocky, kind of deserty. The wind is really blowing hard here. It's very sandy and dusty. He's leading us towards this cliff. We're at the bottom of the cliff, looking up. He is giving us the codes to go through the gateway. You're going to walk right into the cliff, and you'll be lifted up into the retreat. You have to be invited to be able to go to these retreats. And Saint Germain said, I'll be up there waiting for you. Each of us has to go alone through the gate. Just walk right into the cliff. And up you go. There's a shaft of violet light, and it takes you right up into the retreat. We enter into the reception area. It's very wide and beautiful. There's tapestries on the wall. They're all different colors of violet and purple, deep and light. It smells like incense, a very fruity, nice smell to it. Walk through the reception area following Saint Germain into this great room that he has. It's so large, high ceiling. Everything is in a purple mist. He has nice seats for us to sit down on. He stands before us in his regal, beautiful light. We all know him so well. He welcomes us to his retreat. He's telling us we are so brave. He's so proud of us for the work that we're doing. He says it takes a master to move through density as we have. He's looking around with such love in his eyes. He wants us to know our value, our worth. He's saying, first you have to feel worthy. Feel it, for you are it. He says there's nothing that you can't overcome. There is nothing that you can't accomplish. Set your heart and your mind, your divine mind, and your sacred heart to the task, and then let the universe take over, he said. The timing, pulling everything together that you need will be perfect. It may present itself a little differently. However, it will be in a more perfect form than you could imagine. He's telling us that we are a gift to humanity on the planet, and he is honored to have us visiting him this holy night. He has something in his hand. He's standing right in front of each of us simultaneously. Look and see what he has in his hand. He's telling me to tell you that this is a gift. It will help you concentrate and know what you need to know. He wants you to hold it and keep it with you in a little pouch close to your heart chakra. It will be filled with the violet fire, with his wisdom, with his love. The purification will complete itself within you with the help of the violet fire. Be strong, he said, as you face yourself in the days to come. Know that he is with you, as are Archangel Michael and other great beings, along with your own Christ self and your higher self. He's asking you to take what he has in his palm and hold it tight. He's going to attach a word to that object. That word is your power word. Remember it as he says it. He's doing a blessing on each of us. He is touching our third eye. Then he puts his hand on our head to activate the pineal gland. He's wrapping each one of us in a violet cloak of protection. And he's handing you a beautiful Maltese cross with a golden chain. He says, never take it off. As he puts it on over our head onto our neck. This is sitting close to our throat chakra, wearing it high up. He has a message for you. He's looking right into your eyes. Listen. I'll be quiet. So there are 3 or 4 people that are living at the retreat, and they're bringing us a treat. It's something like a little frosty looking center of a donut kind of thing, and a cup of tea, but he's telling us that it isn't ordinary tea. It's made from herbs and spices, similar to a chai tea, he said. It's sweet and yet it's potent, nourishing, and healing. Please indulge, he said. No calories included. He's funny. The little powdered thing, it just melts in your mouth. The tea actually does taste like chai tea. I love it. I love chai tea. What a wonderful host. When you finish your treats, we'll walk over to this server that's over on the side and just leave our cup there and our dish. Saint Germain is standing in the doorway for us to leave, and he wants to say goodbye to each one of us individually. He's leaving the invitation open for you to come back and visit. He's embracing each one of us, kissing us on the forehead. So warm, so loving. In his beautiful violet. Let's go back outside. Go right down the shaft of violet fire. Out into the open plain again. It's very warm and windy, dusty. Make your way back to the rainbow doorway. The wind's blowing against us. But it won't stop us. Go through the doorway, the rainbow, and we go right down the path. Move right along. Start to feel the weight of your body again. And as you get to the bottom, you'll be right back in wherever you're sitting. Feel the sense of gratitude, all that love, whatever it is you're holding in your hand, and the word that was given to you and the message. Cherish it. And when you're ready, I would love to hear your story of what happened.